Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the LI Sports Network. We're here live for a matchup between New Haven and Sacred Heart University, the home opener for the Chargers. As we get underway in the first period, if it's your first time watching the LI Sports Network, we welcome you in. Hope you always come back. We do a lot of hockey over here on this side of YouTube, as the Pios will start off with the puck and flip it down into enemy territory. New Haven, a team that we haven't covered too much here on the LI Sports Network, but we're more than excited to get the opportunity. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Ryan Brannigan on the camera as the Pios get a shot from the half wall. That's going to be swallowed up and turned aside. A young season in the ACHA for both of these sides. To recap how the Chargers have already played. Against Mass Maritime, 13-4 victory against Fordham, an 8-7 victory, so scoring is definitely something that the Chargers can do. And also an 8-7 victory in overtime, extremely exciting way to start off the season as the Chargers get their first opportunity in the offensive end. That was Montanero. He'll try to get back on the back check. Pass out in front. Pios ring it off the post, and it ends up on the boards. New Haven getting away with one right there. That was very close to going into the back of the net. Still in the offensive end, though. A shot from the slot. That's going to be ripped wide. Connell Gately with that opportunity out in front. Chargers get it into the neutral zone. Gately with another opportunity over to the left circle. Looking to tap it out in front. He's sticked aside. That was Griffin Mansk, the defenseman. Not a lot of whistles in the opening minute 30. Good shot from the blue line. That was Brady Tomasi, Connecticut native. Stretch pass. Schulman takes it into the corner. Taken back out. Chargers on a rush. Two-man down low. Pass out in front. It goes through the blue paint. Michael Pilato could have had a tap-in goal right there to get things going. It's been up and down. No real extended opportunities in these offensive ends. The Pios almost getting a deflection right there. Could have been an own goal on Tomasi. Back to the point. Sean Feeney flips it down low to the left wing corner. Davis trying to give it towards the slot. Davis will take a shot himself. Blocked and then cleared by the Chargers. New Haven, for those who may not know, just went Division I in all of their sports. Football team had a win against UAlbany recently. That's a big scalp to take. The Danes are no slouches. Pass out in front to the blue paint. A couple of great saves. Pios still looking dangerous. Have to reset in the neutral zone. This could be a breakaway, and it will be. New Haven looking for their first. Goes bar down, but not in. Referee actually rules it so. Luca Monopoli with an opening goal for the Chargers, and it's 1-0. Luca, the Shelton, Connecticut native, will get on the board first as we get a quick pause right after that. Scored on Jonathan Vitti, the starting netminder for Sacred Heart. Pios getting another chance out in front. Deflection, they score. Sacred Heart responding right away. So we go 1-1, essentially a fresh game, 2 goals in a single minute. False start on the faceoff. We'll do it again from center ice. Chargers looking for something in the offensive end. Instead, it will belong to the Pios. Once again in the slot. One more pass. A great diving save. Jack Reed getting the goal credit for the Sacred Heart goal. Good opportunity for him right in front of the net. You got to look for those deflections in high levels of hockey. Sacred Heart right back into the offensive end. Ryan Martin looking for something, sliding a puck through, but it'll be broken up. New Haven able to clear. Dumped in to the right wing corner. Jaden Sprayer taking a little bit of contact. Gately will take it away, trying to clear his own end. He'll fire it to the far side of the ice. Takes a bank pass, should be called for an icing, and will. Good job from Brady Tomasi to get back there to enforce it, not losing any foot race. 15:27 to play in the first period. 1-1 the score here on the LI Sports Network. Gately in for the faceoff. Sacred Heart will win it and quickly play it out. It was Wild taking it in deep. Chargers turn him aside. New Haven, they got that one goal on the rush. They've had plenty of rush opportunities. Trying to play the game with speed right now. Great chip and chase. Fassett looking to wrap the net over to the corner. Hounded by 2 different players. Tries to make a move off the puck, but then turns it over. His team do dump it right back in. Fassett reloading for the forecheck. He'll beat the man deep, forcing a bank pass off the wall, loosen the slot, and then picked up and skated away. Pios turn it in for a shot. Blocked aside to the near wall. Shots are 8-2 in favor of Sacred Heart right now. They've definitely been generating more chances. Tack on another one right there. Good speed from Tomasi coming down the wall. Looks like he lost his stick just trying to get a foot on the puck. Mike Richardson not going to let him. Richardson sending it up the walls. It's batted down by Max Gorman. Gorman then laying down some punishment. Pio still doing a great job. Just checking through this entire New Haven forecheck. Once again, another long stretch of this first period without a whistle. As we get the PA playing some music at inopportune times. Pass out in front, rebound opportunity, and a third. All of them shut down, and New Haven keep this game tied at 1. (11-2) now the shots on goal for Sacred Heart. Really starting to pile it on now. Zach McLeod, shot from the point, banks off the end boards, ends up in the corner. Couple of different players going to fight for it there. Almost a turnover in the right circle. Jeremiah Ryan doing a good job on the forecheck, but it's played back into center ice anyways. O'Connor to reset, takes it into his own ends. Joined by Williams, he'll play it up ice. It's dumped in. Icing will be enforced. Chance for the Chargers to get some much-needed offense. They did score first, but they haven't had a shot on goal since then. Face-off will come over to the left of Vitti. Bohannon back to get the puck in his own end. Pios force a turnover down low, trying to hold it in at the blue line. Puck does squeak by, and the Chargers can send it free. Out in front, a great pass, a deflection off the defender, and they score. An own goal, but it all counts the same. Chargers back on top. As we take a look at that here on the replay, you're going to see this bank off the defender out in front, nutmeg the goaltender. Coach doesn't ask how you do it, they ask you how many can you get. Unfortunate for Ryan Martin, that went off his skates and then between the legs of Vitti. So on 3 shots, the Chargers have 3 goals. Sprayer dumps it into the left wing corner. First on the forecheck is Madara. As we're going to get an offsides call, maybe a penalty call from the referee at center ice. It will be. So our first power play of the day. Two minutes onto the clock. It's number 7, Sean Feeney, into the box. And this Chargers power play can come out here for the first time. Looks like a little bit of a conversation between the referees and the game scorer. All of it worked out now. As we have an update, I have to check myself. It's actually Ciano into the box for Sacred Heart, number 9. Chargers win the face-off. They set up at the blue line. Mansk passing it off to the left circle, tapping to get it back. Walks the blue line, looking for the half-wall pass. It's banked down low. Awkward for Minipoli to handle, but does get onto it. Sends it back around the other way. This is Rosa. Rosa looking to dangle in midst. Gets it out in front, but not tapped in. There was a lot of light of day. Shot far out. Rebound opportunity. Sails wide left of the net. Chargers still with control. Looking for a centering bid. It's blocked. Great physical defense from Martin out in front. We have another penalty upcoming. This is going to be a cross check. So with 1:14 left on the power play, we're going to go to 4-on-4, and then Sacred Heart will get a short power play opportunity for themselves. 11:36 to play in the first period. 2-1 the score. Again, the Chargers getting 2 goals on just 4 shots. Really making the most of their opportunities. Does help that they did technically get an own goal. So 4-on-4, ice will definitely open up. A smaller sheet here in Connecticut as well. This is the Chargers home opener. Madara looking for something in the offensive end. Couldn't force the turnover, but does get the puck to his team in their own ends. Mansk having a little trouble controlling it. That forecheck was vicious from Tyrell. And we're going to get an offsides call. 39 seconds left on the 4-on-4. It's Anthony Rosa in the box for New Haven. And we're going to get a restart on that face-off. New Haven, the offensive end and chase. Pilato gets slammed into the boards, takes a tumble, but gets right back up. Mater on the forecheck, can't find a stick on any of those passing lanes, allows Sacred Heart to break out cleanly. 13 seconds left in the 4-on-4. This game has still been fast-paced from both sides. Chargers looking for one-and-done opportunities in the offensive end. They create another shot from the blue line there. Could turn into a breakaway back the other way. Sacred Heart looking for a dangle out in front, and the puck goes wide. Sacred Heart fans looking for a penalty on that, but the referee's not going to give it to them. Into a power play now, as we do get a whistle to pause for a second. It's going to be 32 seconds. And it's actually, instead of a power play, going to be a 5-on-3 for 32 seconds. So great opportunity for Sacred Heart to score here and even this game up at 2 apiece.
Penalty shot.
Are we going to get a penalty shot? We are. Let's see what Saint has on the penalty shot. Puck worked out in front, backhand shove, it's shut down. Penalty shot denied. Chargers stay ahead 2-1. Let's get a replay of that. Slow on the take, looking for the backhand. Saint gets over there, extends the left leg, says no thank you. Go back to where you came from. And so it's not going to be the 5-on-3, instead stays at the power play for 32 seconds. Logan doing a great job from Warwick, Rhode Island to keep his team in this game early on. 12 shots he's faced already, has only let up 1, and that includes the penalty shot that you just saw. Zach McLeod passing it off to the right for Martin. He'll build some speed. Loses his handle, but gets it back. Martin into the right circle. Looks to snap a shot, gloved out of the air, and we'll get another pause. Just 7 ticks remaining on this Pio power play. Tie up on the faceoff will kill some time. Down to 3 seconds. A pass to the left circle was a little too hoppy to control. We're back to 5-on-5. Chargers looking to break out instantly. A pass to the blue line and they're into the offensive end. Shot down low will go wide right. Puck does take a Charger bounce off the referee to keep it in the zone. Flipped high and does touchdown at neutral. Daniel O'Connor with a big hit behind the play. But this is going to lead her to a breakaway anyways. In on goal. Fassett looking for something. He's taken down. And the save is made. Vitti staying strong there. Now facing 6 shots. Still letting up 2 goals. Not the best save percentage, but both those opportunities were on breakaways and one deflected in off of his own defenseman. Gately just looking to shove it in. Had Tyrell off to his left side. Once again, Ryan Brannigan on the camera for us here on the LI Sports Network in a bit of an awkward angle, but he's making do with what he has. If you think his camera angle's weird, you should see mine. As we have a technical difficulty, we'll get the video feed right back up. We apologize about that. us over here at the LI Sports Network. Pass out in front. Stick to side. As we become more familiar with the Chargers on this week, obviously, quality's only going to get better and better. New Haven back into the offensive end. Haven't had a shot on goal since their power play. Puck does come net front. But instead finds a safe stick for the Pios and they clear. Shulman got it deep, then was pushed off the puck. Lifted out. Taken now by Rosa. His shot, he scores! 3 goals on 7 shots now for the Chargers, as we'll get another look at that. So dangerous on these opportunities. That would look like it was a low glove side shot. Does go into the back of the net. Now the first 2-goal lead for either side of this young contest here in the first period. On 7 shots, not exactly a great start for Jonathan Biddy. Puck dropped once again at center ice. Chargers will dump it in. We've seen a lot of hitting from the Sacred Heart defense. McLeod trying to break it out of his own zone. Can't. Turnover, though, will allow Thomas Doyle to bring it out. Doyle passing it forward, shot blocked, Chargers get it back. Stretch pass, deflects off the stick of O'Connor. Chase down. Chargers pin it in the left wing corner, rotates around the boards. Jonathan Ryan trying to clear and can't. .5:55 left in the first period. 13-7 are the shots, 3-1 the score. 2 unanswered now for the Chargers. Another save made by Toussaint. Pios keep it in. Long range shot hits a man out in front. Jaden Sprayer forces it out at the blue line. Richardson had some trouble taking the puck in at his own. Jack Reed forward. Reed loses it. Taken back in the slot. Now for a shot goes wide of the goal. Feeney skims it to the near side boards. Chargers poke it away, but don't clear out the blue line. Referees say they do. So it will be an offsides from Sacred Heart. Will take the face off from the neutral zone. 5:02 to play in the first period. Shots now 14-7 in favor of Sacred Heart. They had a power play opportunity and a penalty shot. Didn't convert on either of those. New Haven also did have a short power play opportunity for themselves before they took a penalty on that power play. Special teams, perfect from a defensive standpoint. Gately, pinned in the corner. Looking to send it up the boards, has a man open at the blue line. Sacred Heart gets some traffic out in front and a shot. Ends up on the goal line, no real danger going there. Martin looking for something from the half board, but it's straight into the glove of Logan. And they'll shut this play down for another whistle. Obviously on the Long Island Sports Network, always got to look out for any Long Island natives. Ryan O'Shea from Stony Point, New York, is on this New Haven team. Bayport as well for Max Gorman. Those are some schools that myself and Ryan Brannigan know well. Bayport, women's lacrosse state champions for New York last year. 4 minutes to play in this opening period. Chargers find some room in center ice. A pirouette for Brady Price. He loses control, taken back by the Pios in their own end. Zach McLeod. Dump and chase. Anthony Rosa gets it back. Stick caught someone up high. That's Montanaro. He's going off to the bench. It looks like it got through his mask. No call there from the referees. Obviously, a high stick is something rarely called in the ACHA due to the fact that everyone wears that face protection. But definitely got Montanaro up high. Could go back to the film and show the referees. But again, the refs have been doing a great job so far this game. Hard to make those judgment calls. Brady Price, he has some room, flying up the left side. Price puts on the brakes, finds a man, shot taken, it's high above the bar. Price trying to get it back, but it's pitched around him, held in off the boards. Chargers hold it there. Spryer looking for something, nifty backhand pass, just got out in front of the ice. Spryer gets it back, looking for a man on the opposite side, but it was intercepted at the last second by Ryan Davis. Late stages of this first period. Puck out in front, rebound, they score! Sacred Heart find their second of the game. There's a rebound opportunity, just barely tapped into the back of the net. To get the goal credit. Bouncing puck will be twirled into Sacred Heart's end. Mike Richardson is onto it, trying to clear. A little bit of feistiness coming out of Jaden Sprayer. Pios will turn in for another shot. Not running currently here at the rink, so I'm going to pause it on our end as well, just to make sure it's correct, because a turnover leads to a potential shot from the slot. Rebound opportunity out in front, they jam at it and score! Sacred Heart make it a 3-3 game. Take a replay of that as well. It's just so much traffic out in front, kind of hard to see who scored it. Definitely see the celly though. So 3-3 the score now. Clock is once again running. Opportunity for the Chargers from the right circle. Shot from Fassett is eaten up. Buck 55 to play in the first. New Haven will make a line change. Shots currently 21-8 in favor of Sacred Heart. Wild chipping this one out. Tyrell getting onto it, looking to pass it out in front. Chargers find it there. Quickly through the neutral zone is Price. Passing it off to his left-hand side. A shot will elevate and deflect out of the rink. Anthony Rosa with another good look. slipped in, should go down for an icing. Referees will enforce as such. Minute 28 now. Referees having a bit of a conversation. Get the face off in the right dot. Rosa in to take it, not going to win it. A little bit of trouble breaking out. Martin still does get it in deep. Steps up at the blue line now. He'll put the cycle down low. Davis chasing after it. Comes to the near boards and back into center ice. About a minute to play here in the first period. 3-3 the score. New Haven did bounce out to a 3-1 lead, but Ohio stayed tenacious, and with bodies out in front and many, many deflections, they were able to find a couple more goals as a dump-in attempt from center ice will end up in the netting, so we'll take a face-off. Trying to figure out which dot they're going to take this from. Center ice, the conclusion. New Haven dumping in. There's Fasten on the backhand, looking to pass it out in front. He had Minneopolis there for a second, but too many red shirts were around him. Puck is iced once more. Backhander from McLeod, not going to clear the zone. Chops up in a couple of sticks. Reed after it now. He'll pitch it into the offensive end. New Haven do a good job turning him aside at the blue line. Brady sending a man forward. Couldn't get it past the Pios though, so it goes back the other way. Good dive in the right wing corner with 5 seconds left in the period. Make it 3. One last shot, a blocker save, and that's how we'll end the first here on the LI Sports Network. 3-3 the score after 20. We'll be back for the second period after this short break. And we're back for the second period. Score tied at 3 apiece. Chargers looking for an early opportunity in the period. Action was definitely plentiful. Most of the New Haven opportunities coming on the rush as another shot taken. Toussaint has been fantastic for New Haven in the net thus far. Faced a total of 22 shots through the first period, and obviously the one that you just saw. Only letting in 3 so far. There's been a lot of traffic for him to deal with. Now that we're in a better camera angle, I'm sure you'll see a lot of that. Sacred Heart almost getting some more traffic right there. Creating a turnover, looking to counterattack. It's poked on goal. Saint sends it aside off into the boards. We got an arm in the air, penalty upcoming. Cross-check the call, 19:01 to play in the period. So the Chargers 1 for 1 on their PK so far. Trying to remain flawless. They're going to need to do so in order to maintain this lead. They haven't trailed so far this game. They've had a 1-0 lead, a 2-1 lead, and a 3-1 lead, as well as a 3-2 lead. But, you know, it's a little different. Cleared off the face-off. Sprayer just trying to apply a little bit of pressure to make it hard to dump back in. Goes down for an icing. That's a bad mistake right there from Sacred Heart. So now on the power play, Sacred Heart have to take a face-off from their own end and then play it down the length. Pilato just trying to kill off some time, does get it and pinches it in down low with the help of Madara. They send it out in front almost for an opportunity. Do get a shot off, saved. Not covered up, play is still alive. But 30 seconds already gone by on this power play. New Haven doing a great job. They'll give up the neutral zone and just pedal back into their own end. Good stick in the lane for Goodwin. Sacred Heart possessed at the blue. Passing it down low. A little bit of room afforded to Jack Reed. Looks for a pass. Hits off the far side of the goal. Now taken away by Tomasi. He tries to clear against Reed, who's getting his stick tangled up. New Haven wants a penalty, and they'll get one. We go back to 4-on-4. 18:02 to play in the period. Once again, you're listening to the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Ryan Brannigan on the camera. Ryan Brannigan, also a play-by-play broadcaster, so you'll hear him behind the microphone. Known for his bodacious style. Sacred Heart win the face-off, send it ahead. Trying to get numbers down low to the net, but good foot race from Brady Tomasi to get back there. Got a stick on it. Sends the puck back into center ice. Zach McLeod giving it back to his defense. Tomasi with time. He'll be chased from behind, but has plenty of space and speed to play with. Carries it past the blue. Tomasi wraps down low, looking for a passing option, but he's thrown off at the puck. New Haven, they're going to be into a power play for about 50 seconds in 15. Fassett has it, turns around for a shot, goes behind the net. Skims away from New Haven, they keep it alive at the blue line. Reloading now. Shot, snapped high. Fawcett with another opportunity. Sacred Heart try to tip it around to Mossy. He keeps it there. New Haven got to be careful to not have too many men on the ice, but they're into a power play now, so it won't matter. They're allowed to have those 5. They'll be into a short power play trying to capitalize on it. They had another short power play earlier in the game. Sacred Heart looking to kill it through some offense. Tomasi on a long shift. Looking for Fawcett, who's also on a very long shift. Those two might need a change for some fresher legs. Tomasi, stretch pass. Fawcett trying to tip it in. Minopoli will chase after, but it looks like this power play is going to die with more of a whimper than a roar. Morel tries to hold in at the far point, passing it down low to the slot. No shot taken. Potential numbers on a breakaway for Sacred Heart, but skims around in the neutral zone a little bit too much for any team to make a clean play on it. Still no goal in this second period. Seen a couple already through the first couple of minutes of the first. It's very high octane action. Madara, he's got some room, pulls up on his skates, gives it off. Tomasi wiggles it up the boards. Check that, it's actually Minopoli. Puck almost out in front of the net. Some big hits down below the goal line. Puck squirts free to the slot, taken away and wheeled forward. Good hit in open ice. Chargers break it out. Sprayer. Good move. Sprayer looking for the pass. Shot. Saved. Changed the angle on Vitti, but couldn't put it into the back of the net. See if we can get that replay here on the LI Sports Network. Just at the very end of it, see the little bit of a scramble that broke out. Bohannon collects behind his own end, wheels forward, checked from behind the entire way. Bohannon will dump it in. Allows Madara to go and chase after it. Below the goal line, lost in the skates of Marcy for a second. Check that, make that McCree, Trent McCree, excuse me. Flip the R and the C right there. Dyslexia tends to do that to me. Ryan O'Shea looking to send it the length of the ice. Sacred Heart do generate a shot, but it's well wide of the net. Bounces all the way off the boards back to the neutral zone. Definitely a better second period coming out from New Haven. Haven't let up nearly as many shots. It's been a much lighter workload for Logan and net. Could face some stuff right here as his team struggles to clear, but as I say it, there it is. Back down to the offensive end for the Chargers. They win the face-off. Quick shot off of it as well. Vitti makes the save with his glove, sprawling out to the left side. Not really even sprawling. He just kind of took one push there. Easy save for him. Shots are 12-24. Still double for Sacred Heart, but they were outpacing New Haven by even more at early points in the first period. Puck rimmed around. Tomasi try to hold it in. Ryan Davis wiggles past him, dumps to the end boards. Trying to clear as Mantz. He'll take some punishment to do so. Mantz looking for a D-to-D pass. Chargers still hemmed in. Puck flutters to the slot, and then a backhander from Tomasi lifts it out. Transition game has been so important for both of these teams. Chargers getting a majority of their goals off the transition as well. Snapshot wide left from Davis. Karam's around the boards, and we're going to get another penalty here. Roughing should be the call as the whistle will go through at 12:14. We got some extra stuff after the whistle as well. College hockey, you got to love it. This is great for Ryan Brannigan on the camera. He loves getting these shots. Referee going to wrestle one of the players down himself. Ryan Davis still not letting go, and we got some punches thrown. Some bad blood between these two Connecticut teams. So the refs are going to have to figure this one out. I have a feeling we're going to have some players booked. As one New Haven player already trotting off to the locker room. Couple of Pios piling into the box. I don't know, Ryan looks like a bit of a party. Didn't invite Ryan, unfortunately. Ryan more likely to get that invitation than me. Ryan played hockey for a lot longer. I don't know if either of us are exactly fit enough to step onto the ice, though. I get winded walking up the stairs to my dorm room. Ryan, can you believe no elevator in my dorm? 3 floors. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but you'd expect there to be an elevator there. See, these are the conversations that we can have on the LI Sports Network as the referees work out these various penalties. Some fun flags here as well, Ryan. Some state championship flags over. Trying to read off the various things that we have. We get a nice shot of that. Ice hockey state champions 2022 to 2023 for North Haven High School. Got the entire roster there as well. Ryan and I also found that a local kid is now playing for the Panthers. Stamasevich. Samostevich. There we go. Ryan told me he's a depth piece for the Panthers, so they got the back-to-back cup champions all over this rink. That, I mean, I don't blame them. That's kind of cool. I know over on Long Island, we were all excited for James Higgins to get drafted as high as he did. I know a lot of the Islanders fans that I'm friends with really, really wanted him to become an Islander. Charlie McAvoy, obviously another Long Island native from Long Beach. We know his father. He proudly displays a Bruins flag. So you got to have some pride for the various players that come from your neck of the woods. Obviously, here in the States, it's not as plentiful as you would be if you go north of the border. And you throw a rock and you hit an NHL player, it almost feels like. Especially from Toronto. So it looks like two Pioneers are going to be in the penalty box. We have a 5-minute major on Giancarlo Montanaro. So the Trumbull, Connecticut native, I have a feeling, was booked for the game. So he will not be coming back. That's what the 5-minute major is. One extra New Haven player in the box as well, so it looks like we will go 5-on-4 for the 5-minute major. So now a long time for New Haven to have to kill off. They started well, though. Instant face-off win. They throw it the length. Again, shots are 12-24 in favor of Sacred Heart, so they've been producing a lot of offense, and now they have a big opportunity ahead of them to put some pucks into the back of the net. Martin carried it in, then gave it off, pass to the blue line. Tap to the slot. Good pressure from the Chargers, not losing formation either. To the near side with Martin again. Works past the sliding Miniopoli. Martin gets it back, high slot shot, rebound out in front. Chargers have it. Can they get it past the blue line? Yes, they do. 45 seconds gone by in the 5-minute major. Martin with it again. Sends it to the left on the blue line. They walk for a shot, goes wide of the goal. A little bit of a pinch in the left wing corner. That favors the Chargers right now. Minute gone by in the power play. Back to Martin at the blue line. Looking for some traffic. Shot deflects off his own man. Reed in front. Chance to clear from Minopoli. Can't get it past the far point. Opportunity potentially down low, but it does go past the stick of Ciano. Gets it back. Plays give and go with Martin. Martin again looking for these deflections out in front. Great screens from Jack Reed, but he's not really getting a stick on it. About 2 minutes gone by in the power play, and the Chargers will get a clear. Almost halfway through. We got some big contact on the goaltender. 2 players down and a penalty upcoming. Actions on both ends of the rink. Vitti is still down. Now this was incidental contact. I don't think that was on purpose. But there's golden rules in hockey. There's a couple of them. One of them is don't touch the opposing team's goalkeeper. And with a game already high in tensions, that's not going to help. .10:19 remaining in the second. We're almost halfway through the game. 3:06 remaining in the 5-minute major for Sacred Heart. 25-12 are the shots on goal, again in favor of the visiting team. So this is going to be a 2-minute minor against Sacred Heart. So it'll bring us down to 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And then back to a Pio power play for 1:06. New Haven getting a fortunate break in their favor to go 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. They could theoretically, feasibly now get out of this 5-minute major without letting up a goal, maybe even scoring one themselves. Mansk walks it down Main Street, forced off to the right, and then he'll turn the puck over. Numbers back the other way now for Sacred Heart. Skating forward 3-on-2, a man going to the front of the net, but no shot was generated, at least not a good one. It was Gately streaking in front. Mansk looking to get it back. Sends it off to the boards. Sacred Heart creating another turnover. Quick shot wide left of the goal. Great forecheck here from the Pios all game. They've been creating turnover after turnover. Minute gone by in the 4-on-4, 1 minute remains. Mance can't clear off the backhand. Martin comes back onto the ice. Martin, a very dangerous player. Opportunity out in front of the net. Good defense from Tomasi. He'll take it away now. Tomasi looking for the stretch pass. Has a man streaking forward. Price not able to get to it in time, though. Some more eruptions from the bench. New Haven doesn't like the icing call. 44 seconds left in the 4-on-4. That's 4 fours, Ryan. So face-off will come back to center ice. Referees obviously can do that if they think they got the call wrong on the icing, which they did. So it's a way to 50-50 split. It's a makeup call, essentially, without it actually being a makeup call, because that's not good refereeing. Martin. He's had wheels all game, pulling up in the left circle. He'll snap one on goal. Didn't have the angle. Martin accidentally clearing it off that shot as well. We got 13 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Crowd reacting for another penalty. They're not going to get it. Puck loose in the right wing corner. And there goes the 4-on-4 back to a Pioneer power play. As we'll get a whistle to pause. 55 seconds left in the 5-minute major. Off the face-off, the Pioneers take it. Clinical on the breakout. Marzalek looking for an odd angle shot. Does get it on goal. Covered up by Logan. Shut down. 7:52 to play in the period. Just another 38 seconds of this 5-minute major. Again, Montanaro is gone for the game. That's how Sacred Heart got this 5-minute major, and a great clear off the face-off. That's Jimmy Brady carrying it all the way deep. Now looking to wheel and get back. Brady, good open ice hit. Plucky fellow, that guy. Shot from the slot goes well high above the bar. Obviously, Ryan Brannigan knows I have an affinity towards forwards that play a 200-foot game. Brady showing it right there. Again carried off the face-off. This time it's Madara. He'll look for his own shot, and it is covered up by Vitti. Good to see that he's shaken off that hit. Seems to be comfortable again. 13 seconds remain of the 5-minute major. Sacred Heart might come up dry on all of those opportunities. Really not even generating a lot of shots, Ryan. They came into this game, this period, I should say, with 21 shots on goal. They only have 5 through the period. Sacred Heart looking for one last opportunity off of the rush. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5. 7:10 to play in the period. Vitti will have to cover up. Shots still doubled up for Sacred Heart against New Haven. I feel like I've been saying that for a while now, but doesn't really matter given the state of the game. It's 3-3 in goals, and obviously New Haven has showed that they can bury even the smallest of opportunities. Really puts the emphasis for Sacred Heart to be clean or look for another goal like that. Another great opportunity on the rush. New Haven trying to clear. They find a lead man with Madara. Loses it in the neutral zone. Teammate collects it to get it back. It's McCree. Down below the net. He'll circle. McCree looking for a pass, instead just banks it off the wall. Madara against Richardson down low. Richardson finding some room, banks it off the glass. Good stick work for Tomasi to hold it in. Down low, wrapping attempt through the blue paint, no shot. Is cleared, should be an icing. And there's the whistle with 6:21 to play in the third. Back to an O-zone face-off. This will be won, however, by Sacred Heart. Look to dump in. Denied at the blue line a couple of times. Still get it back. Blocker save. Popped up in the air, and the defense is there. We're going to get some more pushing and shoving this time. It's Jeremiah Ryan receiving the brunt force of it. Couple more players tangling up in front of the net. Referees calling out some numbers right now about who they want to book into the fun box. Looks like Thomas Doyle will go off. Doyle will be escorted to the box. Following him, his good friend, Jimmy Brady. Monopoly having a conversation with one of our lead officials here at center ice. Obviously, you got to wear that C, or if you want to wear that C, I should say, you got to talk to the refs, explain your team's side, make sure everything's going smoothly. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Little bit of an opportunity for the Chargers to show off on this rush. They take it net front right away. Big scramble out in front, no goal. Net off its moorings as well. Vitti down low, sprawling out. Lots of whistles. Referees just trying to keep control of this game. $1:37 left on the 4-on-4. Ryan, this game's starting to remind me of one we did down in Nationals. The Bishop versus SUNY Brockport game. Anyone interested in that story, I'm sure you could go back and find it somewhere on YouTube. There was 4 5-minute majors, all in the second period. Bishop made a 5-1 comeback off of all of those penalties, and Brockport ended up missing the playoffs because of it. It's quite the scene. Obviously, this game not as feisty as that one, but you hope it doesn't get there. Already one 5-minute major, already one player booked. More penalties to follow up. That's obviously why we're into the 4-on-4. 5:30 now to play in the second period. Chargers trying to send it out of their own zone. Mike Richardson controls at his own end. Back pass. Pioneers trying to build some speed through the neutral zone. Tomasi greeting the dump-in attempts. Good control now for Sacred Heart. Shot from up high to flex, and then a centering pass goes through the entire zone and clears it. Little unfortunate there, but New Haven more than happy to take the break. Tomasi is able to clear. Fassett joining him there. Check that. That's number 26, Brady Price. Trisha put it out in front. It stayed there for a second in the crease. Fortunately for Sacred Heart, no one was there to capitalize. Gately, net front. Didn't have the angle. Rosa's back there for it. He has plenty of open ice in front of him. Building up speed, evading a check. Fades back off to his right. Long range shot. Sits in the paint again. Nothing created. We're back to 5-on-5. Going to get a whistle for an icing. 4 minutes to play in the second. Again, University of New Haven 2-0 on the young season. High scoring games in both of those. 27-14 the shots on goal right now. That is in favor of the Pioneers. Chargers finding a little bit of room to breathe in their own ends. Can't break through this neutral zone trap, though. Carried back in by Gately. He'll battle down low. Pass out in front and swallowed up quickly. And some more pushing and shoving. Jaden Spryer was quickly finding a partner in Aaron Schulman. They do-si-do a little bit. Looks like we'll have some more penalties. Spryer now telling Schulman to have a great rest of his day. As some more players jog over to the penalty boxes. Looks like we're going to go back to 4-on-4. So CJ Taddeo will go off to the box for 2 minutes for New Haven, and Connell Gately will follow him there. That's how we get the 2-on-2. Quick shot. Little too high. Takes a big bounce off the end boards, and New Haven looking for the clear. Denied just barely at their own blue line, but they flip it to the opposite side and find plenty of space. This is Fassett with the puck. Carries it in past the blue, supported by Minneopoli. Ryan O'Shea trying to wiggle past a couple of checks, but can't. He's forced away from the puck. Sacred Heart, a little bit of trouble in the neutral zone, but they do dump. Zach McLeod circles on the backhand, puts it out in front, but O'Shea was there for it. McLeod recovers, walks the blue line. Pulls up back the other way on his forehand. A shot elevates off a stick and out of play. O'Shea also getting the better of Jeremiah Ryan out in front. Puts ass on ice, and listen, when you got a lot of pushing and shoving in the game, those physical plays, they do mean something. They send a message at the very least. Another quick shot off the face-off, swallowed up. Great crowd at this game as well. Obviously both Connecticut teams, so families are always going to travel to see their kids play, or maybe friends, significant others. You never really know at these games. Potential breakout here if he has the speed for Price, getting in on the backhand. Price, a quick shot, rattles loose, no one there to follow it up. Sacred Heart avoid disaster right there. Richardson carries in, trying to dump it off. Pressure from Mansk forces him to dump it, twirls around the boards, down low. What do you got in you? Ryan trying to get away from this three-man press on him. Ryan still somehow staying on the puck. His backhand trying to skim it through some traffic. Williams battles with him, but they both lose out. New Haven with 4 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and we're back to 5-on-5. Spent most of this period not playing at 5-on-5 at this point. We've seen one player booked off as Sacred Heart try for a centering pass. Logan Toussaint got his stick down to interrupt it. 50 seconds left in the period now. Chargers trying to get some numbers going on ice, and we're going to get another penalty. This time, nothing rough, just an interference call, I believe, maybe a hooking. So it'll be a power play now for the Chargers. First time I feel like I'm saying that this period. They really haven't gotten a true power play opportunity. A lot of 4-on-4, but nothing at greater strength. No goals this period either, says Ryan Brannigan. You are absolutely right, Ryan. 6 in the first period, nothing here. So if New Haven doesn't score on this opportunity, they'll get it extended into the third. O'Shea looking for a pass over to Spryer. Puck will elude both of them. No, O'Shea back for it. He'll take a big spill into his own end boards, allows Sacred Heart to get back onto it. Looking for a centering pass, intercepted. Chargers quickly back. Spryer chases after it into the left wing corner, and we're going to get an icing. Buck 37 on the power play, 22.7 on the period. Face-off coming in the Chargers' own end as they'll try to generate one more quick rush. Spryer looking for the out pass, has his man in Facet. He'll carry it past the blue, pressured from back and front. Loses control. Spryer is there for it, but he'll turn it over. Sacred Heart looking for a last-second opportunity. Shot on goal, turned aside, and that will end the period. New Haven will take this power play into the third here on the LI Sports Network, but we'll kick it aside for a quick break before we're back with the final 20. And we're back for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. 3-3 the score between New Haven and Sacred Heart University. It's going to be 1:14 left on the power play for the Chargers, trying to capitalize and find a go-ahead goal early on. Puck coming out in front of Toussaint. Been a lot of love for the Charger goalkeeper in the YouTube chat. I don't disagree with any of you. He's been fantastic to hold them into this game. Only letting up 3 on 29 shots, and sometimes those shots on goal can't even tell you how hard some of those saves were. Another 38 left on the power play. Off the draw, clear, goes to the blue line, held alive for a second, but the Pios should get it out on the second opportunity. That's Gately to send it the length of the ice. Mansk wiggles up the boards, carries it in, back pass on the backhand. Chargers throw it into a little bit of open ice, tapped out in front, shot, rebound, and it's cleared. Could lead to a breakaway as well. This is Gately flying forward, but didn't have the speed. It was towards the end of his shift, so it's a little understandable that he couldn't bring that all the way. And we're going to get another penalty. Those aren't slowing down to start off. We were back to 5-on-5 for a second. Mansk will go over to the box, 2 minutes. This Charger penalty kill has been critical for them all game. Got to hold strong here. Quickly skidded out by New Haven. They rush for an attack. Backhander. Out in front, they score on the shorty. Go-ahead goal for New Haven early on in the period. We got to take a look at that on the replay. What looked innocent at the beginning became increasingly dangerous. Watch this backhand saucer. Straight tape to tape. Buried into the back of the net. That's a dagger against Sacred Heart. $1:50 left on Sacred Heart's power play. With the amount of power play time that they've had this game, it should be impossible that New Haven has scored more goals on a Sacred Heart power play opportunity. Now 1-0. This Charger special unit has just been dominating this game, trying to close out the next 1:30 to keep it that way. Opportunity for Jack Reed. He scores. He hit metal, but it banked in. Tie game 4 apiece. Reed with the response, has so much open space, and you see it right there, hits it off the bar, banks it into the back of the net. That's a tough run right there for Toussaint. You feel that, it's too clean of an opportunity to give away there. Someone from the Charger defense probably going to want that one back to step up, maybe make a play. Scramble out in front of the net. Vitti does keep it out. Chargers swing it to the blue line, looking for a long-range shot. Blocked out in front. It's in the right circle, and we'll get a whistle. Chargers keeping the offensive end for a second. Goals in this game have been explosive. When one side scores, it feels like the other is bound to score soon after that. I wouldn't be surprised if this one came to overtime. Also got to give props to the referees for keeping this game under control. It got really chippy for a little bit, but they did a good job navigating all of that. We did see one player booked for New Haven. Opportunity on the doorstep, shut down by Toussaint. He stays electric for his team. Leads to a breakaway on the other side, killed off. Back the other way again. Anthony Rosa finds a lead man. Fanned on the shot. Bit of a track meet over the last 40 seconds. Can Sacred Heart find anything? Good poke check from Griffin Mansk. Chargers going for a partial change as these two carry it ahead. Turn back over. Room afforded to Sacred Heart as they pile in. Long range shot. Toussaint gets it. And we do get some pushing and shoving out in front. I have a feeling we have penalties coming here. Big reaction from the crowd. So the referees have to sort through this mess again. It's going to be a power play for Sacred Heart. Looking to capitalize another 2 minutes. Only one power play goal in all the opportunities they've had today. Pass back to the blue line. Wobbling puck does break free into the neutral zone. Pressured by both teams. Good job from New Haven to kill some more. Potential opportunity coming. New Haven doing a great job bleeding out this clock. Doing it in the offensive end. Turnover there. Reed couldn't get back onto it. It's once again rimmed around. Sacred Heart, they've had good net front pressure. Doesn't really matter much because they just can't control in the offensive end right now. New Haven are all over it with an opportunity as well. Here's Reed, pressured from behind, has one man trailing, hits him. Sacred Heart pull up, look for the better passing options. Shot, Toussaint got on top of it. Terry, I see you asked how many power plays in the game so far. I've lost count. I really couldn't tell you. I want to say it's probably 7+ at this point for Sacred Heart. Including a 5-minute major in the second period if you weren't here for that. Was a little modulated because New Haven got their own power play to make it a 4-on-4 during that 5-minute major, but The Chargers still killed off 3 minutes of that 5. Didn't give up a goal, obviously. And that's how we find ourselves tied 4 apiece. 6 minutes through, 5 minutes, 5 minutes 15 through this third period. Off the draw, Chargers with their shot. Glove save, Vitti. Puck loose in the right wing corner. It's circled around. Feeney takes it out. Up the wall, challenged by 2 Chargers. Turns it over, and it's dumped right back in. 6 more seconds left on the power play. Looks like New Haven's going to weather this one as well. And we're back to 5-on-5. Shots are 35-19 in favor of Sacred Heart University. Reed with a big challenge along the boards. He wins it. Team breaks out behind him. Might have a loose skate blade for Feeney as he hopped over the boards weirdly. Blaster from the half wall. Another battle along the boards. Pios push it out. Long range shot. Nice flashy glove save from Toussaint. Appreciate all the love in the chat. Always does mean the world when you appreciate the broadcast. My name is Kevin Broder, joined by Ryan Brannigan on the camera. Been a rough broadcast for us. It's our first time in this rink. We hope to be back in the future, and well, we will be back in the future. Hope to do a better job then as well. Pass towards the slot. Pioneers couldn't generate an opportunity off of it. Leading by 16 shots on goal. Toussaint has been absolutely dynamite in the net today for the Chargers. Pios trying to center it. Fan on the opportunity. Shot up high. Toussaint, just as I talk about you. Seeing that through all the traffic, snatching it out of the air. Cat-like reflexes. Face off is pushed out. Chargers creating a turnover in the neutral zone. Stay on sides as well. Trying to get some net front presence. Chargers crowd thought the puck went into the back of the net for a second, but it hit off the outside. Toussaint will redirect below his net. Has CJ there to help him out. Will skate on to the loose puck in the left wing corner, trying to clear. Bank pass off the boards. Flipped high towards the blue line now. Offsides for the Chargers. They have to touch up. Whistle will be blown to ensure no hit was laid while they were offsides. A hit behind the play while the play was dead. Jack Reed went down. Are we going to get a penalty here? Again, refs just trying to keep control of this game. So another power play opportunity for the Pioneers. Trying to find any oxygen against this stifling Chargers PK. Instantly cleared again, and that will take some time off the clock. Forecheck flying in from Pilato. Pio's on the breakout now. Trying to attack from the left-hand side, but once again, it's just denied, sent the length of the ice, and they have to reset. Zach McLeod circles behind his net, cuts out in front, loses his handle. Jack Reed will skate onto it to try to build some speed. He's pressured again. Taps it off for Ryan Martin, who can't get anything going. Martin wiggles across, gets in, dumps it off Reed. Back to Martin. Nice seam pass. Looking for a shot. It's deflected. Gritty play from Mansk. And it clears off the zone as well. Gotta love that kind of effort from your team, especially on the PK. Minute gone by already. 11 remain in the third period. Reed trying to get to the puck. He's hit off of it. Has a teammate there for backup. McLeod takes over. Drops it off to no one in particular. Gately says, I'll take it. Gately surveying. Sends it up the left side. 30 seconds left in the power play. Centering bid goes to no one but in a Charger uniform, and they'll clear. "15 seconds left in the power play now. Pio's back into the offensive end. A drop pass, shot, steered aside by Toussaint off the right leg. Ends up below the goal line, back to the blue. Long range is possible. As Pio's look for blockers out in front, comes to the net. Toussaint gets his glove on it. That does it for the power play. The Chargers have killed another. Puck sits loose for a second below the goal line. Put to the right circle. No shot. Chargers are there in time for defense. Puck sent out of play. And we should just get a whistle and a reset. Obviously, no delay of game penalties in the ACHA like there is in the NHL. Nifty little breakout for the Chargers, elusive. Turn it over in the neutral zone. Sacred Heart looking for something out in front, rebound opportunity. Toussaint scrambling, keeps it all out. Toussaint stands on his head once more. Puck trying to get cleared along the near boards. Toussaint does not have his stick, but his team does get the clear so he can recover. Rosa just trying to play a game of cat and mouse to get away from this defender. Eventually breaks free, sends a pass into the neutral zone. It's picked off. And we're going to get a whistle from the referees. I believe the net is off its moorings on the far side, so they'll go to reset that. Not necessarily a bad thing for the Chargers. Gives them a chance to catch their breath. Again, 4-4 to the score. 3 goals for both sides in the first period. 1 goal apiece here in the third. Pioneers try to ramp it in off a stick, but they're quickly told no. Slap shot save. Under 9 minutes to play here in Connecticut now. 40-22 are the shots on goal. Sacred Heart's been leading that category all game. They don't have enough to show for it to take home a win as of right now. Chargers have been opportunistic, the word I would use. Chances off the rush, a shorthanded goal. Getting it done in any way possible. Toussaint looking to cover up again, does. Forces another whistle with 8:25 to play. Off the draw, New Haven clears. Dumped in off the boards. Fawcett is there for it. Shimmies up the right wing wall, leaving it off, centering bid. No one was there for Jimmy Brady. Now on the reload. Tomasi had it but lost it. Sacred Heart finding an open man on the near side. Centering bid off the pads of Toussaint. His team will clear out in front. Dumped in, now a foot race for the puck. Icing called on the Chargers. They don't like it. Been a couple of icing calls now that the Chargers haven't appreciated from the referees. One of them was called back for a face-off at center ice. Looks like we're going to get another one right here. Again, icing, one of those safety measures in hockey as well. It's not just about possession. If anyone remembers their hockey history, they remember a world when icing wasn't enforced the way it is now, and defenders would get crunched into the boards in that foot race. Now it's obviously who wins the foot race to the face-off dots rather than the goal line or the puck itself. Safety always a priority here in the ACHA. Here's Zach McLeod. Pass ahead for Gately. On the backhand, looking to put something out in front. Ends up behind the net. Big pop. New Haven will clear off of it, avoiding some hits around the boards. The bench loves it. Let out a little war cry sounding like. 7 minutes left in this game. These two teams have been deadlocked so far. Chargers finding a loose puck. They give it up to the blue line, but it was intercepted and now wheeled out by Ryan Davis. Davis going forward, getting away. He gets tripped up. Davis trying to go through his legs on the centering feed. It's going to be another Sacred Heart power play, but they go 6-on-5 for now. Room in the left circle, looking for a shot through traffic. They get the rebound. Davis again, sending it into a pile. A third opportunity. Toussaint's with all of it. Sacred Heart. Reset, shot from the outside. Skims around the boards, back to the blue line on the near point. D-to-D pass. Given to open space. Chargers still got to touch up. They got a man without the stick as well. It will come out of the offensive end. McLeod. Gives it for Ryan Martin. Tries to break past the Chargers. Martin still skating 6-on-5. Snats one a little too low of the goal. Held in at the far point this time. To some open space with Davis. Pressured along the board. Still hasn't given it up just yet. Davis fighting for possession. Can't chop through all of the traffic. Finally a touch-up for the Chargers. A little scrum after the fact. Sacred Heart's coaches are going to be kicking themselves if they give a penalty back the other way. (40-22) the shots on goal now. 4-4 the score. One man in the box for the Chargers. I've said it ad nauseum at this point, but this New Haven penalty kill has impressed me throughout the entire game, as I'm sure it's impressed everyone at home. going almost perfect through, at this point, I want to say 8+ opportunities, including a 5-minute major. Haven't found a clear just yet. Rattling puck out in front, didn't find any 6, so it goes over to the boards. Clearing opportunity now for New Haven. They'll send it the length of the ice. It's a good job from Ryan O'Shea to put enough power behind it. Quick on the reload is Sacred Heart. Carrying it past the blue line and repelled again. They score! Just like that. 5-4 the score. Finally get another one on the power play. We'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. That was Ryan Davis coming in. Or excuse me, that was number 27, Ryan Martin coming in. With 4:59 left, the away team goes up by 1, the first lead of the night for the Pioneers. That's a great shot of Ryan Martin over on the bench. Looks like we have a penalty called after the play. So now a 2-minute opportunity for New Haven to tie this one up. Puck dumped in. Ryan O'Shea is back for it. He'll sit and wait. Gives it off. Tipped at the near point. New Haven haven't had a lot of power play opportunities. It would be absolutely massive and critical for them to find one here. They're not going to get another opportunity like this unless they pull their goaltender. But Toussaint, he's played so well. You want to keep him in the cage as long as possible. Tested again. The shot will go wide over to the left. New Haven force it through. It's a one-on-one to the net shot. Vitti has it, covers it up. On the restart, the Chargers aren't able to hold it in. O'Shea will race after it. Minute left in the power play now for the Chargers. O'Shea pitches it in off the backhand. He'll get pushed right into the boards. New Haven loses control. Can't hold it in at the blue line. Chargers repelled right at the blue. O'Shea with 30 seconds left in the power play now. They'll elect to spin it around the boards, comes to the near side, ensuing battle for the puck. It's a 2-on-1 in favor of the Pioneers, and they'll get it right back out. 13 seconds left in the power play. Dumped in again. Power play now over. Opportunity out in front, and it's sent wide of the goal. The best opportunity New Haven had. Back the other way. Toussaint makes a save and will cover up for a whistle. 2:39 left. Chargers chasing by a goal. It's the first time they trailed this game. On the restart, Pios get a shot. Turned aside by Toussaint. He's faced 42 this game. Stood on his head for 99% of it as well. His team now trying to find a late goal to tie it up. Under 2 minutes and 15. Got to imagine that at some point Toussaint's going to head over to the bench to give his team a 6-on-5, the best opportunity they'll have to score. Under 2 to play now. Puck squeaks free of the zone. Mansk back for it. Both teams jockeying for possession in the neutral zone. Piles held it for a second. Biddy's going to have to play it towards the boards and does. Zach McLeod trying to clear. Toussaint still in his net. Is this the time where he's going to come free? We got another shot saved by Biddy. A little bit of a scrum out in front. So we're going to get a timeout. Obviously to take a breather. Toussaint likely going to be pulled out of the goal to get the 6-on-5 on this ensuing faceoff. So that faceoff becomes so important. You in possession, you're cooking with gasoline. You're in a 6-on-5 in the offensive zone. But you lose that faceoff, all of a sudden these Pios are shooting fish in a barrel at that empty net. So Toussaint, he's not going to be out of the net initially, but he is lining up where if the Chargers win this faceoff, he'll go. Back to the blue line, quick shot taken. Toussaint still staying in as the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Toussaint now cheating a little bit as the Chargers go in. Empty net established now. The Pios have possession. Expertly broken away by Tomasi. Dumped back in. Zach McLeod just tries to clear. It hits off the skates of Tomasi. Loose puck on the board, sent back into the neutral zone. Chargers trying to prevent the shot. One goes wide. 42 seconds to play. New Haven. They sweep it in to the left wing corner. Mansk battling, assisted now, turned over, shot at the empty net, it's just wide to the left. Ensuing race, Reed gets over, can't get it on the second opportunity either. 15 seconds left, they have to go to the lengths of ice. Touch with the high stick, now overturned, another shot from Martin, that's not gonna go. Third opportunity, they score. Sacred Heart iced the game out right there. It's 6-4 now. 8 seconds to play in regulation. You can see the little celebration from Gately. Such a hard-fought game from both of these sides. New Haven can't be disappointed in their play. little bit of an extended conversation between the referees and some of these players. And that'll do it for the game. 3 seconds left. Sacred Heart going to take it in a 6-4 fashion, a 3-period thriller, and the Chargers just barely on the wrong side of it. As we'll get the ceremonial handshake at center ice. You've been listening and watching the LI Sports Network. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. First game for the New Haven Chargers on this network. We'll have plenty of more for you. Make sure to subscribe and check back in for all of their future games. Lot to build on here for the Chargers. Their penalty kill was out of this world. Buried on so many chances off the rush. Do I need to say anything more about Toussaint? I mean, he just played fantastic from start to finish. 6-4 is your final score, and that will do it for this stream as well. Have a good night, everyone. On behalf of myself, Kevin Broderick, and Ryan Brannigan, thank you so much for watching.